Yeah, appreciate it. All right, we've got a judge fuming as we have a female inmate come into her courtroom with no pants. We've got the video here, and Judge Amber Wolf is just beside herself. This is Jefferson County, Kentucky. You've got a first-time shoplifting offender. She's behind bars for 3 days, and they won't give her pants. What's going on here? Let's take you inside that courtroom. Listen to the judge.
The jail would also refuse to give her pants.
Excuse me? This is outrageous. Is this for real? Am I in the Twilight Zone? I'm actually calling to talk to Director Bolton or anyone who can come to my courtroom and tell me why there is a female defendant standing in front of me with no pants on. Can we get her something to cover up with? Anything? Anything. Anything. I don't care what it is.
Number one, many applauding Judge Amber Wolf there. Let's clear up a couple of things. The inmate was wearing short gym shorts, had a long T-shirt, so it looked like she didn't have any pants on. But there is a such thing as appropriate or inappropriate court attire as you're going before a judge. What did she do, by the way? I kind of mentioned it there. 2014, first-time shoplifter. She ducked out of a diversion program, and the judge said, you're wrong here, but she should have only gotten 1 day behind bars, had 3 and a 75-day sentence that the judge wiped out and said, time served, we're sorry, $100 fine, you're done. So what's going on with the jail and not allowing the jumpsuit or pants? Inmate also claimed no showers, no feminine hygiene products. Here's a jail official.
The first 72-hour window is really the time period in which individuals are able to achieve bond and released on bond. So for efficiencies of operation, we're not taking clothing from individuals and putting them into a jumpsuit.
All right, so there you go. That from the jail official. Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Yodit Tewolde. Number one, you ever seen anything like this on a number of fronts? What appeared to be a pantsless inmate and a judge having to call up and go, what is going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
You know what, Mike? I have seen crazy things happen in court, but I can't say that I've seen something like this happen. And when I saw the video, I mean, the way this judge reacted was absolutely on par and on point. I mean, she should have been that upset. And I have to question the attorney as well, because if I had a client who did not have any pants on, I would not bring them into open court where anybody could be sitting in court and watching this and humiliate my client. I would have approached the judge and would have told the judge what was happening in order for that whole thing to be remedied and then bring my client in. But I would not have to humiliate my client by bringing her in front of whoever and be pantless and sit there and address the judge. And I think we've become a little desensitized when it comes to how we treat defendants who come through the justice system. It's just not right.
Interesting. What do you make of basically the jail official's explanation that this is the same clothes that somebody, you know, is apprehended that what they're wearing, basically. And if they're not going to be here for more than 72 hours, well, they might not get a jumpsuit. Is that normal?
You know,
they say that's standard procedure.
Right, and if it's standard procedure, I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of this then. I don't know if that is necessarily the case, but I can't say that it isn't, because if that's the policy, fine. But why haven't we seen more of that when you pick up individuals who can't make bond? That is something that's typical. Sometimes people just can't make the bond. And I think that when you have inmates come in and appear before the court, they should be appropriately dressed, such as myself. As an attorney, I have to come into court and address the court appropriately. Well, that should be the same thing with a defendant. But I think that their policy, if that is their policy, they need to probably revisit that policy and change it a bit.
What do you want to see happen real quick, Yodit?
You know, I definitely think the judge did what she was supposed to do, especially asking pertinent questions in terms of her sentence of 75 days for something that was a first-time offense that she didn't complete. Just seeing the bigger picture of it all. But I think that this defendant should definitely take the appropriate step in hiring an attorney and looking into the matter and possibly suing the county for cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, that was humiliating. That was disrespectful. And we need to maintain decorum and respect for everybody that comes through the courthouse. And I think she definitely should hire an attorney and have the attorney look into this some more.
And that could
Certainly
be the next chapter in all this, for sure. Yodit Tewolde,
right.
Always good seeing you. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right.